told me to cool it on our first date. You needed time, you needed space. Now you wanna know why I can't wait. To love, love, love is to suffocate. Now I can't see what you see in him. This must be a test, my friend. I hate too proud to participate. To love, love, love is to suffocate. To love is to suffocate. To save your life, darling, that's my fate. Call you every 10 minutes till 8:30. To love, love, love is to suffocate. He picked you up in the evening at 9:15 in your brand new dress made of red velveteen, and your fake leather jacket and your hair dyed green, and a rose and a dagger. What did it mean? To love is to suffocate. I'm well acquainted with your front gate and the space that the light don't illuminate. To love, love, love is to suffocate. He dropped you off in the morning at 9:05. It took you 15 minutes to say goodbye. See, I just happened to be passing by. I'm gonna wait till you get tired of him, or it breaks your heart on the usual whim, and your faith is failing and the light is dim, and there's nothing to lose. That's when I'm moving in. To love is to suffocate. When I take your breath, it'll be so great, like a favorite meal, your head on a plate. To love, love, love. To love, love, love. To love, love, love is to suffocate. Top of the evening. Hola. To my friends for all requests evening, hello. Thank you, Stefan, Raquel, Mrs. Whalen. I got a lot to say about our Yankees today, but in the 12 stages of grief, I'm in the early stages. Get to it later. I want to thank you, my beloved fans across the world. I'm very tired. I've worked a full day, and I want to impress upon you my gratitude for the sheer economy of your requests. In that, I do not have to play my entire oeuvre, and just as the devolution of the listening attention span that has gradually taken hold since the 70s, culminating in the TikTok era, you only need to hear a couple of songs, then you move on to something else in your life, and that is totally fine by me. This is no concept album delivery tonight. So, to my dear friend, Jeannie, who requested a song that I wrote with Shania Twain in mind, that's how old it is, I say thank you. This is called Swinging Doors. Won't you slip into my loneliness in chartreuse or in green? It's been teletaught and she is so bright, it's hardly seen. And if you ever stumble in this escapade of fear, there's a question hangs upon an open answer. Turn that scratch into an itch, fall apart with me. When you walk through swinging doors with a head half full of sin, I can see the light behind you, where you come from, who you've been. crawl into my window, I'll be glad to be your host when you walk through swinging doors. That's when I like you most. So you take my hand and gratefully escort me to the brink. Buying every lie you sell, I dive into your drain. And when you lay me down like money we're too tired to spend, how I long for all the promise of your entrance. But I don't need to dream about it till tomorrow night, when you walk through swinging doors with a head half full of sin. I can see the light behind you, where you come from, who you've been. If you crawl into my window, I'll be glad to be your host when you walk through swinging doors. That's when I like you most. Swinging Doors, from an album called A Little Bit of Sickness, recorded with High Energy Steve Evans, Brave Steve, at Traxie Studios in South River, New Jersey in 2005. A mere 16 years ago. Where does the time go? Actually, that wasn't recorded with Evans. Evans recorded Breakfast. 2005 was my first work with the late, great Eric Kavortek, who was fantastic. This was before we had at our disposal a lot of the things we now have that make recording easier. We recorded to 2-inch tape. Were we digitized yet? No, I think we recorded that album to tape. And when you wanted to splice it, you got out a razor blade and you cut it up and you taped it with electrical tape. We did have automation. We also had a crazily detailed, obsessed producer who would command my guitar players to open up their guitars to mess with the wiring to get everything just right for recording purposes. And I remember I was sent to a CVS to buy a certain type of masking tape for the kick drum in order to dull a buzz, and I was sent back because I bought the right brand but the wrong thickness. Such was the attention to detail paid by the great Eric Kavortek, who helped us make such a great album at that time, A Little Bit of Sickness. I thank you for requesting the old hits. It makes me feel like the 30 plus years and hours of sweat equity I put into this is worthwhile. Here's another one from that album by Royal Request, Crying in Your Sleep. As the rain falls down upon our room, you've been tossing in our bed. I was hoping you might reach for me, but I've come to find instead there's a wall between I cannot scale. If I try, I know how alone you fail. Though I feel your breath upon my cheek, I know you're a world away. You've been crying in your sleep again, and I heard another name. Turn the light off like a bride and groom. Now I hardly feel the same. I'll never know the light you might have spent. I'll never drown me down so deep. You were crying in your sleep. You wake up and slide away from me. I'm left staring at the wall. Is it only my imagining? Or is it something I once saw? Conjured up a careless memory. Did it mean more than it seemed to me? Could his words unspoken years ago lead me from your heart today? You've been crying in your sleep again, and I heard another name. Turn the light off like a bride and groom. Now I hardly feel the same. I'll never know the light that came and went. I'll never know the love you might have spent. All good fortune ours to read, though it drove me down so deep. You were crying in your sleep. Kiss me on the lips hello, and on the cheek goodbye. I'll feel that hollowness again. Was our love just a lie? This trail of tears is dragging me back to a place where I can see no promise left to read. Only crying in your sleep. I'll never know the light that came and went. I'll never know the love you might have spent. All good fortune ours to read, though it drove me down so deep. You were crying in your sleep. All good fortune ours to read, though it drove me down so deep. When you were crying in your sleep. You were crying in your sleep. That one's hard. My old friend Marty McGowan played guitar on that song, and he played beautifully. A couple of lines of acoustic guitar. Hello, Marty, wherever you may roam. I miss you. I hope you're doing well. For those who are new to the stream, I welcome you. I thank you for joining. Return to live performance is imminent. Next Saturday, this Porch show will be moved to Crossroads of Garwood, New Jersey, where I have been honored to get my big break as an opening act for a hot, young, new band called Twice Heard. Twice Heard? I think they're called Twice Heard. I'm the opening act. If you are in the area of Garwood, New Jersey next Sunday night, please join me at 6 p.m. sharp for live music. I will attempt to stream it if that is possible, but I can't make any promises, so don't allow your couch to be so inviting that you pass up an opportunity. Assuming you feel safe. I'm fully vaccinated. Everybody in there will be fully vaccinated and still wearing masks. And I went to a show there last night, and it was fantastic. Well, I'd love to say you better get reservations, but I don't think it's going to be filled to capacity. But why not? call, just to be sure you can get a table. They do have a great menu and tables at the Crossroads. Thanks, Sue. 25% of my Jersey-based fan club mobilized. Much appreciated. All right, I had another request. Have I done everything? That's right. I had a couple more requests. All right, listen. In addition to being a privileged white male in America, I'm also spoiled in that the team for whom I cheer is the New York Yankees, the evil empire, one of the wealthiest baseball teams. They're like the Manchester United of the US of A. But right now they suck. And they don't just suck in hitting. They don't just suck. Well, they're not that awful with pitching. They're not great, but I mean, pitching's at a 6 out of 10. Hitting with runners in scoring position is around a 3. Fielding, fundamentals, baseball fundamentals, missing the cutoff man and allowing the runners to advance. Errors, mental errors, physical errors are just awful. And so that makes a song like this and my deep nostalgia for the world as it existed only 2 weeks ago. The song is called Opening Day. It is about the glory of new beginnings before anything goes wrong, as manifest in first day of the baseball season. Wow, wow, wow. Sun up on the stadium, it spills into my room, and I can't wait to call up and forgive you. Fresh pinstripe promises, day 1 of 162. And if we win, we're in first tonight. The big end's jammed to 109, but they got Rizzuto on the pregame show. Pass me those binoculars, I think I see DiMaggio. Opening day, and the world is fresh and young again somehow. Opening day, I'm alive, and I'm not hurting now. Opening day, my uncle caught a foul ball 20 years ago today. He brushed it off, handing me the prize. I'll never forget the day Bucky took Therese downtown, and Fenway Park became our playground. Reggie's third home run in that one World Series game. Pa spilled his scotch, never touched that carpet stain. I confess I nearly lost my faith in 1988. The year Pa died, they traded Randolph. Winfield would not negotiate. But now I'm back to taste the thrill, and I know I'm not too late to be saved. Opening day, and the world is fresh and young again somehow. Opening day, I'm alive, and I'm not hurting now. Opening day, I placed a bet with some good friends that Gary Sanchez would have more passed balls than home runs this year. What I should have bet, to make it a little closer, is errors total versus home runs. Because we all know that a lot of balls that should be pass balls are called as wild pitches. I still like my chance. Arbitration, rain delays, high ERAs, and George Steinbrenner. I'd be a fool to say these things won't surface till September. but it hasn't happened yet. Though sometimes I kinda wish they were the Mets. Opening day, and the world is fresh and young again somehow. Opening day, I'm alive, and I'm not hurting now. Opening day, and the world is fresh and young again somehow. Opening day, I'm alive, and I'm not hurting now. Opening day, opening day. Sacrilege, I know. You know what, though? I think I'm the kiss of death. Exhibit A. Yesterday, I was so despondent over the Yankees' outcome, I figured let's get behind an amazing pitcher called Jacob deGrom. I am not a Yankee fan who takes pleasure from hating the Mets. I want the Mets to do well until they face us in the World Series. I do want to get further than they do, just to silence the haters, many of whom work with me. But so deGrom, I turn on 880 yesterday while driving home with my daughter, who was kind enough to let me listen to baseball. Actually, she had earbuds in and wasn't listening to me anyway. And the first sentence out of the announcer's mouth is Jacob deGrom standing on the brink, poised on the brink of history with 10 consecutive strikeouts, about to tie Tom Seaver, the last pitcher to strike out 11 consecutive batters, which is I think the highest in the history of baseball, or at least the National League. And within 2 pitches, a man gets on an error, and then the next dude doubles in the gap, and it had been 2 outs. So deGrom ends up giving up. Not only does he not vault himself over the brink of history, but he gives up the lead. And I don't know if the Mets lost. I did get a haircut. I had to lose weight somehow. And I consider myself the kiss of death, right? Exhibit B, I've told this story before, so you can scroll away if you're bored of it, but in 2004, the Yankees were up 2-0 against the Red Sox in the playoffs. Oh, really? Oh, the Mets did win. And deGrom got the win. But I thought they pulled him. No, he got the. That's right. He struck out the last batter. That's a wonderful piece of news. Good for the Mets. I want to send as much positivity into the universe as I can, because when I'm negative, we see what happens. So anyway, Game 3 of the 2004 playoffs. It's a late Saturday night. The Yankees are utterly demolishing the Red Sox. The score is 19-8. And it's like 11 p.m. and the wife says, "Can we please turn this off?" The wife, by the way, is a Red Sox fan. And I say, "But honey, if your team scores 10 more runs, what's the score gonna be?" 19-18. Oh, you asshole. I was being a cocky, arrogant, typical Yankee fan. So of course the Yankees won that game. But we know what happened. We know what happened over the course of the next 4 games. A cataclysmic collapse for the Yankees. Possibly the greatest achievement in sport, in American sports. Well, I don't want to be that solipsistic. I mean, there's the USA hockey team and a lot of other amazing things, but certainly in my world, what the Red Sox did to the Yankees in 2004. So I must egomaniacally accept the blame for that. Had I not punched down, as they call it now, and picked on the Red Sox fan that I had married, that would not have happened. And so I don't know what the moral of the story is. Maybe keep me away, or Eric, shut up and play music. So for our last request, in celebration of my band, which will be getting together and playing shows this summer, our first maybe at the Americana in the rock and roll capital of the world, East Windsor, New Jersey. Our second maybe somewhere in the Scotch Plains area. We also have booked a couple shows in New York. I will share all of those once they're firmed up. And very eager to play with the boys because this is getting kind of old. I will keep doing it because it's good training for me, but there's no substitute for live music. We saw a Stones cover band last night at the Crossroads, and notwithstanding the fake Mick Jagger having his nether regions in disturbing proximity to my wife's face because they put us at the table in front, it was still great to hear live music. Anyway, superfan Marianne requests Our Band, a song about our band. I should have practiced. Okay. The girl behind the bar don't know our name. We got no game, we got no claim to fame. So true. 45 minutes on a crowded corner stage to tell our tales of suburban joy and rage. The drummer's late, bitching about back pain. He struck out in his daughter's t-ball game. Broken strings, ambivalence and tape. Raise a glass to our predictable escape. Put down your phone, wipe off that smirk, and watch us go to work. Talking about our band, talking about our band, talking about our band, band, talking about our band. Don't you call us second rate, though we know it's second hand. Gonna take a stand, talking about our band. Now we first heard that sound in '88. Feel it's fast and painful, kinda great. Taking a ride with the lip sync chicks we knew. I bought a Chinese Stratocaster for the big debut. Reverse status, punk ass, twist and shout. That's us. We crashed that party and our mommies bailed us out. 30 years later and the flame still flickers dim. We wrote a novel, we're gonna let you skim. Tell us we're just right for you. We'll twist it up real tight. Talking about our band, talking about our band, talking about our band, band, talking about our band. Mama, mama's boy, don't you call us second rate, though we know it's second hand. Gonna take a stand, talking about our band. Here comes the big solo, let's do it. Hello, Cleveland. Now the club is closing down, barely a soul in sight. You can hear a pick drop on another wasted night. And the girl behind the bar, she's yawning loud. One more tune for the clueless, old and proud. talking about our band, talking about our band. Won't you lend a hand, talking about our band. Don't you call us second rate, though we know it's second hand. Gonna take a stand, talking about our band, the finest in the land. Talking about our band until it hits the fans. Talking about our band. Huh? How about that chord? That's how the Ramones ended Oh, Oh, I Love Her So. It's how Buddy Holly ended any number of songs. It's how the great Adam Schlesinger ended That Thing You Do. And That Thing I Do is over. I love you, my friends, for watching. I will hopefully see you Sunday. If you can, if you're in the area, come to the Crossroads. You can call ahead for reservations. They have a great menu and they have plenty of seating. And most importantly, see the band After Me Twice Heard, which features a young, multi-talented vocalist who happens to share my last name. I'm not permitted to promote further. So contractual obligations require that I just say, I hope you come out. 6 o'clock for me, 7 for Eve. Oops, I said her name. Love you guys. Bye.